Hey everyone, welcome to GT Asia. It's round 7. We're hitting the halfway point of the series. Jonathan Green and Steve Martin bringing you the action from this week, Fuji International Speedway in Japan. We're at the foot of Mount Fuji, and as you can see, the cloud very low. And the weather, Steve, is always a factor here. We've had rain over the years here, and we're expecting more this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. As you can see, Jonathan, very unpredictable. But it's been good, though, because it's given a lot of different guys the opportunity to, shine in the conditions. And also, nobody's really had a good chance to set their cars up the way they want them yet.
The series itself is wide open this year. We've had Bentley wins, we've had Audi wins, and Ferrari are leading the championship with Anthony Liu and Davide Rizzo.
Yeah, I mean, in the past, it's certainly been a Ferrari-dominated track, which again means, with this weather, probably good to see. It gives guys like Frank Yu and Richard Lyons a good opportunity in the Porsche to shine. The Lamborghini boys as well. They haven't had a win yet, and I'm sure that in the new Hurricane, they're dying to get that thing up on the top of the podium.
Well, as you say, Ferrari have always been good here, especially at this 1.5 kilometre straight, which really lets the Ferrari show its speed. Now, last year, in 2015 race 1, Ferrari got a 1-2-3, led by Dutchman Carlo van Dam. We spoke to him about the weekend ahead.
Well, obviously this year there are a lot of new cars. We stick with the 458, which is maybe in terms of pace not always the best car anymore, but we're still up there. Obviously now with the Porsche in the rain condition, they're looking strong. So it will be a bit of a different mix of cars, but the only thing I have to worry about is that we come out on top.
I'm going to say, yeah, I mean, we're at the halfway point in the season. You've had some good luck, but you haven't had the results that you wanted. Can you turn around the second half of the season?
Well, if we don't get any penalties, whether we deserve them or not, then I think we should have been on the podium already. And we're not going to make, hopefully, any mistakes anymore. And then I'm sure we'll be back on the podium soon, because it's been a while now.
Finally, tell me a little bit about the circuit and the sort of nuances of it in terms of, you mentioned the long straight, but why does the Ferrari suit perhaps the differences here?
Because it's half the size of, for example, a Bentley, so you don't have so much drag on the straight. It's not about the power, it's just about the aerodynamics. We're lacking a bit of aero, but that's good on a straight line, so that's why we get a lot of top speed. But we struggle a little bit in Sector 3, because that's where you need the downforce. All in all, I think it's still one of the best tracks for the Ferrari 458. So I believe we can have a strong race.
Well, there's no question that the Singer Motorsport 458 is definitely one of the favourites here, but in qualifying we saw that the Porsche is going to be a factor.
Yeah, absolutely. In the slippery conditions, the Porsche seems to be the most drivable car out there. That's definitely going to help the drivers, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Porsche get their first win of the year here.
Okay, Porsche going for it, Ferrari leading the championship, and the ever-present Bentleys will be a factor here at Fuji. Let's take a look now at the highlights of round 7. Hello and a warm welcome to GT Asia. We welcome you to our coverage from the Fuji International Speedway in Japan. Jonathan Green and Steve Martin bringing you the action of round 7 of the GT Asia series. As you can see, we are in deep mist and fog here at the Fuji Raceway. Not unusual, to be fair, at the 4.5 kilometre circuit, 16 corners in all, but this truly is an iconic raceway that now celebrates this year its 50th year of racing. They've been racing here since 1966, and the weather has, over those years, over those 50 long years, played its part in each and every year, I can assure you. They creep down the main straight in front of a huge crowd here of Japanese fans who love to see GT Asia here in action. And here we go, the lights go out. The Bentley's got a flyer, and not a great start by the poleman, Lyons and Yu. They do hold the lead, not a brilliant start either by Ferrari. Rizzo caught napping somewhat, and a great start by the current champion, Darrell Young, who slingshots around the outside and possibly into second place as they go down the hill for the first time here in this 60-minute round 7 race.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned Darrell Young. He's another guy that needs to get a good result here. So it's good to see both the Porsches up there.
Oh, that Bentley going wide.
Yeah, Venter wide already.
So Jonathan Venter, the Australian, who of course his car came to a full stop last time out in Japan at Okayama just a few weeks ago. Desperate to try and make amends, but going wide there after that very, very bright start. Gingerly through this tight left-hander here as they go down the hill for the first time. Here comes the Bentley. Venter on the charge, and he's past the BBT. Ferrari, nicely done too. A Formula One star, Alex Young, who's had a much brighter season with Audi this year. And definitely got his tail up as he comes side by side with the Aston again. Great racing here in GT Asia. Round 7 of the series. And the Aussie and the Malaysian touching. And wow, welcome to the series, Australia, because Alex Young showing some real aggression. But one of the nicest men in motor racing, Alex Young being very aggressive there. Now, back to this battle because Alex is at the back of it, but it's still involved in the Ferraris, and here comes one.
Rizzo's through on the inside.
And he made it stick. Well, he's almost got more confidence as the race has gone on.
He has.
We're now almost the 15-minute mark, and they're through.
Look at Alex Young, though. He's really...
Oh, and he gets the Bentley in his sights. Young goes through on the Bentley and now takes on the Ferrari. Great racing. The Lamborghini trying to stay with it. The Aston's there. The second Audi of Phoenix Racing's Thong is in 11th place, but this is an almighty battle, a 5-way battle, several different marks involved. Fantastic racing at Fuji, and maybe the greasy conditions are actually throwing up a better race than we'd hoped for.
Well, they really are. The lap times have dropped off a couple of seconds a lap, but the balance of performance is perfect. You've got 4 or 5 different brands of cars, all racing within a half a second on the lap.
Look at this, Lamborghini versus Bentley. Fantastic. Liberati on the inside, he'll have the better line on the Bentley.
Yeah, Adley Fong is really starting to struggle.
Yeah, I was going to say, that Fong doesn't usually break too easily.
You can see them twitching around in the brakes.
But he has to this time.
He's through. And Medeki's on the inside now. Medeki's through
What
as well.
a race. And now, look at this. The Ferrari of Rizzo.
Young.
Under pressure, and now it's all over because through goes Alex Young. Brilliantly done at turn 2. And Alex Young having a sensational start to his weekend here. Holding off now 5 different cars in the last lap or so to carve his way through, muscle his way through, I may add, and try and give his teammate at the changeover the best possible advantage. As on the inside goes the Aston Martin, getting out of shape for a moment. The number 95, Infant's friend, just in their second weekend. And a different combination. Ashley Walsh coming in this weekend. George Medecky just getting still used to the car.
Group M Porsche just getting caught up in this battle. They're being lapped at the moment. Sugden has obviously had some sort of problem earlier in the race.
Yeah, on the podium last time out. This is not the Tim Sugden we're used to seeing, the former Asia champion in the Porsche Carrera Cup Asia.
Definitely had some sort of issue. You can see him just moving out of the way as best as he can. He would have had a spin or something to be lapped this early in the race. So something's gone wrong for Group M this time out.
Yeah, he's becoming a bit of a Group M bollard at the moment. Look at them all 3 through them, though. The Audi, the Aston and the Bentley. Well, this is a fascinating race. Meanwhile, as we concentrate on this battle, of course, at the front, Lyons and Van Dam still doing the business. They've got a 3-second lead over the rest of the field. And then it's O Young, who did start so brightly. Darrell O Young, our current champion for VLT in the Porsche, the brand new Porsche from Craft Bamboo, still in 3rd place. Then turn the Bentley, still 4th. Then Tappy in the other Bentley. And O Young now up to, Alex Young up to 6th place now in the Audi.
Yeah, this is a fantastic race for the Craft Bamboo team with a 1st and a 3rd place at the moment. So they're really setting themselves up.
Thong makes a move on the Aston Martin and makes it stick. Does he? Yes, just about. Down the hill.
Normally by this stage you see the Audi of Thong starting to make amends and move up as well. I'm sure he's watching Alex Young up at the front making his way forward and thinking he wants to have a bit of that. But remember, after the pit stops, Marchie Lee will be getting into that car, so we can expect to see it start to move forward. Look at Rizzo! Massive slide there.
And that's given Liberati the opportunity, but he can't go around the outside. But he has boxed him and turns to the inside. Brilliantly done by the 23-year-old Italian in the Lamborghini. Well, finally look at the leader, and we can now start to see the gap. There is the number 88 Lions. There is second place, Carlo Van Dam. And there's third place, Darrell O'Young. So the field quite spread out in this first part of the race. And quite rightly, we've been concentrating on this very close battle in the midfield, which is now starting to spread out a little bit as Alex Young tries to catch up with the group in front. And Alex in 6th position. Liberati's broken away 2 in 7th. And then Rizzo trying to hold off both the Bentley and the Audi, and still the Aston Martin in pursuit of the number 95.
Fastest man on track that last time round was Carlo Van Dam in the Singer Motorsport 458. So 3.1 seconds the gap to Lions.
Meanwhile, there's the number 59. That's Kurosai, who I mentioned earlier in the Singer Plan B. In 12th position, Kurosai and Biron Bhakti leaving GTC. Oh no! And the leaders, the championship leaders, have pulled out.
Oh,
Slowed
no.
right down the number 37, Davide Rizzo.
Oh,
no! Now completely spins round. There's something wrong. Yeah, there's fluid
oil
pouring out of that car.
He's done an engine or something. The people in the box seat, as far as pit stops go, and I've looked this up and we're right to go now, 85 seconds is going to be the pit stop time for Richard Lyons, which means he's going to have a significant advantage in the pit box when he comes in and Frank Yu takes over. So the 88 Interrush Porsche is in good position.
Liberati flashing the lights at Duncan Tappy, but Duncan Tappy, one of the most experienced drivers in the world, from McLaren to Bentley to any kind of GT racing you like. Duncan Tappy, the Brit, knows exactly what to do in these circumstances and won't be intimidated, I'm sure, by the young Italian. Pit lane, as you can see, open. Look at this race, though, between these two, and back to and fro it goes. Duncan Tappy just ahead for a moment. Back comes Liberati. When will they pit? They're enjoying themselves, I think. I don't think they want to come in.
Yeah, Liberati manages to hold the move. Look at how serious he was getting into the pits too. He wants to make up as much time as he can.
Well, cometh the hour, cometh the man. A big stint coming up for Hong Kong's Frank Yu. Oh no! That, though, is the spin for Andrea Amici. Andrea Amici spinning round the number 55 Hurricane, and
it's come round on the way in, light rear end, and he's just a passenger at this point. Not much he can do. At least he kept it running. There's Alex Howe in the background, had to go around the outside, but he does make up another spot. So once again, the silver Audi making its way forward.
So drama indeed for the all-new Lamborghini Hurricane. Porsche 911 GT3R leading the way here for the first time in 2016. Not been an easy season for Frank Yu and Richard Lyons. Can they start to turn it round here at the halfway point here in Fuji International Speedway in Japan?
There's Alex Howe in front of the Lamborghini at the moment. Good job by him. But one thing I do notice by looking at the timing screen, Jonathan, just... Whoa! Tries to go around the outside. I reckon he's pulled it off.
Good stuff. Alex Howe knows he's in a fight, that's for sure. Amici does the business on him. Down the hill they come, into the left-hander. Flat out through here. Little dab on the brakes and then on the power early, making sure you don't get on the slippy stuff, which is exactly what the Audi did. He was on the inside there. We know that's where Rizzo went off, and that fluid is still down there.
Yeah, I mean, these cars, 500 to 600 horsepower. Definitely not easy with these in these.
You get a bit trigger happy with your foot, and you know it.
But I'll tell you, Biron Bhakti at the moment is pulling back a couple of seconds a lap to the leader, Frank Yu. So the battle is on for the lead of this race.
Yeah, gap is 3.2 seconds. And last time out, interestingly enough, Biron Bhakti at 155.8 compared to, there's another look at the Audi, 57.3. I'm also keeping a watchful eye on Marchili down in 10th position. He just did a 58.3, and that's quicker than the man in front of him anyway.
Yeah, it is, but he's just got...
Here we go.
Far back.
Look how close they are now, on track. We have an absolute race on now, for sure.
Yeah, Buren Bhakti's right on the back wheel. And I talk about pressure. How much pressure is Frank Yu under right now?
Richie Wee being passed there, and a disappointing weekend for Mark and Wee.
Well, they were running strong, but they had a spin earlier in the race, didn't they? So, that put hold to any, challenge.
Richie Wee at the wheel in 11th position, and through goes this fight for the lead. That's Biron Bhakti now in the Ferrari 4-5. No! Oh, Frank Yu, under pressure, blows it at Fuji. And that is the tale of this race.
He's got to try and get it running. If he can get it running, he can still get out there. He's got a decent lead. He just lost the rear end. Out in the grass, stalled it. Oh.
What a shame for the Interrush team. They're back on track. Frank Yu at the wheel still, but not doing what they wanted. And now this race is led by a Ferrari. Ferrari, of course, synonymous with the Fuji track when it comes to GT Asia. And now Biron Bhakti with an opportunity now to give himself and Van Dam their first victory for the Singer Motorsport team of the year. 16 minutes to go. He's just got to keep it steady. Here's your TTC leader then, Biron Bhakti of Thailand in the 458 Ferrari for Singer Plan B Motorsport, and leading the way for GTC. Been a good outing for them. Meanwhile, the Aston Martin and the Audi of Marchie Lee. So it's Ashley Walsh of Australia against Hong Kong's Marchie Lee.
Walsh with a lap time of 2 minutes flat. Fastest lap of the race for them was a 56.8, so that's very impressive as well. That was done by Madeki earlier on.
Marchie jinks to the inside and look for an overtake here. 12 minutes to go, and that is nicely done by Marchie. Holds the position and holds the overtake. So we are in for a grandstand finish here with 8 minutes to go. Biron Bhakti, Toy Biron Bhakti for Craft Bamboo, chasing down his effective teammate. Frank Yu.
Nice move up the inside there on the number 59 of Biron Bhakti.
The Craft Bamboo boys may be teammates, but they're going to be going for it because they've had little to celebrate about. And meanwhile, the GTC class starting to hot up, still being led by number 59, Biron Bhakti.
Not much in that though, is there?
Not at all.
There's Inthrapuvasak as well, still battling on with...
And Amici trying to weave his way through as well. Funai Inoue is who we're focusing on in the red Ferrari. Then, as you can see, the Lamborghini, who is in the other class, trying to stay ahead of the Bentley.
Amichi's doing a great job as well. 56.2 from him, so he's equal fastest out on track with Biron Bhakti at the moment.
Yeah, but look at this. 59 versus 73. And this is a battle for the laurels in GTC, Biron Bhakti and Ueda.
Yeah, Thailand versus Japan here.
Yep. And Kurosai and Biron Bhakti have led this championship, but they knew coming in here the Japanese would put a couple of entries in that were capable, and they have.
Yeah, definitely. It's never easy to come to somebody else's home soil and try and take them on, but these boys have been able to do it. And at the moment, with 5 minutes left, you've got to think that the car 73 is going to have an attempt at an overtake.
He just looks a little quicker, doesn't he, at the moment?
You're not going to come here and finish second, are you, at your home circuit?
You're going to have a go. It's as simple as that.
Meanwhile, that gap up front is closed down even more between lines and between Frank Yu and Toy Biron Bhakti.
Clock ticking down on what has been an enthralling round 7 as we reach the halfway point of the 2016 series. GT Asia, live from the Fuji International Speedway in Japan. It's Thailand's Biron Bhakti and Holland's Carlo Van Dam who lead the way. A popular figure in Japan, Carlo Van Dam, having raced here in his early years. Meanwhile, in second place, it's the Porsche, the Frank Yu. And there is the third place man.
Oh, look at Toibu and back there. He's really pushing there now. And look at Amici. Amici's on the back wheels.
It's all over the back of him in 4th place, and surely now, you know what, there's a chance that Amici could get both these Porsches before this race is out. Here he's coming now on the VLT.
He's up the inside, but it's a long way round. Difficult to do it from there. He's going to have to get on the gas nice.
Defensive driving.
He's been run wide, which is the right move there by Toibu and Bakti.
He's got time to do this, you know.
Well, there's 4 minutes left. He's got to get past Toibu and Bakti as quick as he can. He's gone to the outside. He's going to do the maneuver he did earlier in the race.
Look at this race. It's all going off now for the podium. The Lamborghini doing everything he can to get past the VLT Yellow Peril.
And he's gone up the round, trying around the outside. Frank Yu has got to be feeling this pressure now.
He should be. Amici's on the charge. And you just feel that the longer that the VLT Porsche can hold him off, the more that Frank Yu is going to maintain that 2nd place. Through he goes finally. They're side by side. Can't quite do it again.
Not yet, because he's on the outside.
Less than 3 minutes to go. If the Lamborghini can get past, can he have a crack at going for 2nd place? Problem is he can't get into 3rd yet.
Frank's just done his fastest lap of the race. He's really going to put in as much as he can. He's got 2 laps left at this pace.
This is a valiant drive by Frank for sure, because he knows what's at stake and he knows what Richard set him up to do, because it's a strong lead they had. He knows he made the mistake. He hasn't had the run up to this. Last time out in Okayama, they made a mistake, and he knows he doesn't want to do that again. Through goes Amici. He's got him this time, has he?
If he can hold that line and
oh, look at this side by side. Porsche has to give to the Lamborghini, and he's through into 3rd place. Or is he?
It's not over yet. They come into the hard braking area, but they're up on the inside of Frank Yu.
Holds the inside line. Amici doing everything he can. He's surely through now. Yes, he has. Now can he catch Frank?
Well, Frank is going to be under the most pressure of his life in the next 30 seconds.
He's all over the back of him. The brand new Lamborghini Huracan against the brand new Porsche 911 into rush. Oh, and he looks to the outside. He does like that outside move.
He's just looking for any way through, putting as much pressure as he can on Frank Yu and the Interrush Porsche.
Oh, 2 toes for comfort. And Frank Yu knows he's in a battle now, this young Italian. Looking for glory. And he comes side by side with him, almost.
And he's got the inside line. The Lamborghini's on the inside line.
Here we go. This is the battle for 2nd place. And look at this, a drag race at the Speedway that is Fuji. Wow! What a glorious sight that is.
How equally matched those cars. And look who else is joining the fray. There's Itrapuvasak as well.
Yep, Butacorn's coming through, but the Lamborghini's into 2nd. But back goes Frank Yu. Go on, Frank. Give it some. Lovely up. Oh, beautiful overtake. What racing here. 52 seconds to go.
Keep an eye on the Bentley in 4th position, Jonathan.
And keep an eye on the Porsche. The VLT Porsche might just have another crack yet.
Oh, Frank's gone
Oh,
wide.
and he's made a mistake, and they're going to both go through. Are they? No. Through goes the Lamborghini. Classic racing here from GT Asia. And there is the checkered flag, finally then. And across the line, Singer Motorsport win then. And Amici and Liberati will take 2nd place. Here they are in the 55 Lamborghini. Right, let's now confirm the result here for round 7. And here it is. Van Dam and Biron Bakti, never in dispute. The Ferrari wins with a brilliant victory for Ferrari. Liberati and Amici, that was the anomaly for Lamborghini, taking 2nd place. Lyons and Yu in 3rd place for Porsche. And then Oh Young and Biron Bakti, Toyum Oh Young taking 4th position for Porsche. So a good result so far for Porsche this weekend. And there you go. Lovely. Singers all round. Yeah, there you go. Celebrating as only Thailand can.
Well, it's amazing. We did what we have to do. Our team did a great job. Carlos did his job, and I know that my time was quite good on the 2nd driver, so we keep patient and pay back.
Carlo, how important was this for your season?
Well, yeah, we had a tough season, and but all good hopes were on Fuji. And Pitti told me this morning, just give the car to me in the pit stop and I do the rest, and he did it. So it's all about the confidence, and we showed to be amazing here in Fuji. So really happy.
And would you believe it, their first podium, and it's a good one. Top of the box for Van Dam and Biran Bhakti. And for me, driver of the day, without a doubt, Piti Biran Bhakti. A sensational day's racing, especially for Biran Bhakti. For me, that was the drive of the weekend because obviously we knew that Carlo Van Dam has got all the experience, he has many wins here back in single-seaters, but for Biran Bhakti, that was an excellent drive.
You know what, that has to be the drive of the year so far for me, under such intense pressure to just lap in those 1 minute 55 seconds laps. He was 3 seconds a lap quicker than everybody towards the end of the race, and yet he didn't back off in those difficult conditions. Unbelievable job.
And it opens up the championship nicely as we turn to round 8, which will once again be here at Fuji International Speedway. What will the weather be doing? Who knows? It's Fuji. We'll see you next time out on GT Asia.